Hi, my name is Theresa Camp, and this is a video to accompany discussion number 3, a video reflection on audio perception. To me, audio perception is how we interpret things that we're hearing, whether it be a person's voice and the words that they're saying to be able to understand what they're saying, or whether it's sounds like music or instruments, or things in everyday life like a car driving down the road. Um, it's really important that we understand not everyone has the same audio perception that we do. If someone has issues hearing, whether it's they need hearing aids because they've lost hearing, especially older people who have always had perfect hearing, and eventually it becomes a problem and they have to resort to using hearing aids. Um, my dad is 80 years old and he's worn hearing aids since he was um, 45 because he had a lot of hearing loss when he was in the military. And he how he perceives things that we say, even with the hearing aid, he still doesn't hear things clearly like you and I do, or other people who do not have hearing loss do. Um, we have to repeat ourselves all the time. He misinterprets things. Uh, he'll even agree and say he understands, and then he really didn't. He's just trying to not have us repeat things, not make it as big of a deal. But when we're working with our students, if they don't understand something, it can make a big difference in um, how they learn and then how we assess them. So we really need to go in with our students and know what kind of issues they may be having, whether it's always had full hearing loss from birth or a young age, whether they have partial hearing loss, maybe they have one ear where they have no hearing loss and the other ear where they have full hearing loss. Um, just things like that are really important when determining um, how much someone is perceiving what they're hearing. Um, so that that's just a little bit about what I've experienced with audio perception. Um, there are positives and negatives. Like I said, my dad, sometimes he'll just pretend like he heard it and he really didn't, and it makes a difference sometimes in how he reacts to things or how we react to him. And that could be a big negative. Whereas positives, on the positive side, his hearing aids have allowed him to continue in the regular hearing world. And um, up until he got in his 70s, they really made a big difference and they really helped. And there was very little that was negative about it. They were really a positive thing. Um, he never did learn to read lips, but on the positive side, someone with hearing loss, especially if it's from birth or from a young age, they begin to learn how to read lips, learn sign language. There are things where certain devices that can help um, in the classroom that a student can use. Maybe they hear best when something is really loud. Well, that's where plugging in some earbuds or headphones into their computer and allowing them to hit whatever volume is best for them. Um, so there are little things that can be done as long as we know what's going on with our students, or in your family, if you have a family member. So just be cognizant, be aware of any issues that maybe they don't care, and they'll come right out and tell you, and sometimes they just hold it back, and you just kind of have to figure it out, especially when you're talking to them. And many people, it'll be easy to to figure out little tricks, whether they tell you something's going on or not. You can kind of read body language, facial language, and then also how they respond to what you're saying. Um, so I hope that helped a little bit and um, gave a little taste of what it really is like when someone has audio perception issues or when they don't. Thank you.